Who do you believe? Oh, catch inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave those comments below. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. Click the bell next to the subscribe button for all future videos and all that jazz. So, look, I'm riding around this morning and it's very surreal here in the UK. Yeah, we're in the grips of the coronavirus and the reaction to it and the policies that there as well. They're trying to struggle to find a way to protect the most vulnerable in society. So the government last night, in their infinite wisdom, whether it's wise, I don't know, nobody seems to know what the proper way is, but they're saying, you know, right, all the elderly and infirm and sick should now self-isolate for about 3 odd months or 12 weeks or whatever it is, 4 months. Well, just, you know, how's that going to work? But I still see older people walking around. Then you're going to say, well, some supermarkets are saying, well, we're going to stay open now just for certain times, just for the elderly. Well, if they have to self-isolate, well, how are they going to get out anyway? Then you've got the other thing, the government threw a right spanner in the works yesterday when they said that everybody should avoid pubs, clubs and restaurants and, you know, any public gatherings, theatres and stuff like that. So you basically just condemned 4 million people into unemployment straight away. All those businesses are pretty much going to go to the wall because they haven't said, you know, it's a law that everything has to close down. They've just said that people shouldn't go to them. Well, then these businesses can't even claim on insurances, can't even offset that loss of trade by an insurance. So they're screwed anyway. People are screwed. This is just getting worse. Last night I was supposed to go to a meeting. I just couldn't make it. Local bike meeting. They basically had to cancel three events already last night. The Isle of Man TT this morning, they've cancelled the 2020 Isle of Man TT. Everything's being cancelled left, right and centre, and most of it so far is precautionary. But people still have to get about and do their daily business, live their daily lives. I tell you what, I just don't know which is right and which is wrong at the moment. I really don't. I think everybody's feeling the same way to a certain degree. Yeah, we appreciate that this is a terrible virus and it's affecting the most vulnerable, but virtually everybody else, it's not affecting them that badly. Now you've got to consider, you as an individual, could you pass it on to somebody most vulnerable? Okay, so just keep your distance. Just keep your distance as and when you can. But the way it's going, we're going to be crippling society. And not only crippling it, we're going to bankrupt it. There's a real risk here that people just want to get on with their daily lives, and they're saying, well, who's going to pay our bills, who's going to pay for our food, who's going to pay for this if we can't earn our money? And you know, everything is hand in hand. Everything needs to be bought and sold in order for economy to keep on going, regardless of what's going on. Otherwise, very, very quickly, everything disintegrates into nothing. So right now we're in this kind of limbo thing where, you know, I'm still riding my bike. I just went past the Harley dealership. They're still open, barely, but you can see in the background people are wondering, well, what the hell are we supposed to do? You know, what we supposed to do, what will happen next? I think that's what people are thinking. What will happen next? You know, and I think in the next couple of days, this is what we're going to happen. Look, it's no surprise that people are starting to, you know, start thinking about doomsday here. You know, the most popular videos on YouTube right now are probably how to build a gas mask, homemade gas mask. You know, the dickhead tax, which I would like to call, it should be imposed on those people who are just panic buying all over the place. You know, going to stupid things like toilet roll and stuff like that. You know, it's just, it will even out. The supply chain will catch up with people's demand, and the demand will drop off when people start realising, Christ, I didn't have to spend all this money on all this sort of nonsense. But that's the thing, it's this reactionary thing to things. and blanket policies that are made that will screw us more than the virus will. I'm convinced of it. Look, not only, you know, motorcycle events, you know, you see my other video coming up about this, but all events, all the things, they're thinking, right, what do we do? Do we either go down the road of trying to put this on and then having to cancel it, which is going to cost us a fortune, or we just thought, you know, we save our money, we just don't put it on. So that's what they're doing. They're not putting it on. It's a weird situation. And I keep on saying this, and I've said this for a long time since this COVID-19 and this coronavirus started. It's not the virus; it's the economy that's gonna really screw us up here. It's the paralysis of governments, of people not doing it. But at the same time, people are doing it. So the flip side of that is, then because people have to do stuff, have to live, then what's going to happen? Are they just going to carry on regardless and ignore what's going on, what they're being told, you know, spreading the risk of viruses even more? What about the people who can't earn? Whilst everybody else can earn, they can't earn because their industries have been decimated. What happens to that? What about crime rates? Are they going to go up? It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But as I say, you look around right now and it's kind of normal life. It's just quieter, that's all. And if I make a video in the next sort of 10 days, it could be a completely different picture here in the UK. And it's changing every day. I mean, that's why, you know, whereas before my channel was always, right, okay, I'm going to make loads of videos in anticipation and think loads ahead. But right now I can't do that. I've had to stop scheduling videos ahead because everything's changing so quickly. You know, it's just a weird situation. Right now, there's a big debate going on whether they should close the schools or not, and colleges. Here in Reading, the local council, as of this morning, has closed down all public spaces. As a precaution. No evidence, but as a precaution, they've done it. The next logical thing will be schools and colleges and things like that. In fact, parents are thinking, why should we take our children to classes? You know, teachers are wondering, well, we've got our own children, what about if they're ill? And then, you know, the teachers' unions and the bodies, the education bodies are saying, look, this can only last for another few days until there won't be enough teachers just to take care of the children. But the interesting thing, the latest evidence coming out is saying that actually this COVID-19, the coronavirus, isn't really affecting children in the ways in which we thought it would. I say, as I said right at the start, who do you believe? What are you going to do? It is an absolute nightmare right now. And do you know what? We haven't even reached the peak of it. That's the thing. We haven't reached the peak of it. You know, I want to talk about bikes. I want to talk about, you know, Harleys and stuff like that. You know, hey, look, as a one chirpy note, I actually saw another Sport Glide rider riding around. We had a little nod and a little wave to each other. But he just rode past me, and I think he was just as surprised to see me as I was to see him. But look, there is a positive. The positive I've always trying to be promoting, that we've got to keep on with our lives, got to keep on going. But I tell you what, the policymakers, they're making it very difficult. And whilst we, as individuals who are fit and able, and even if we get ill a little bit, we can, you know, just carry on regardless as best we can, or self-isolate for, now it's saying if you live by yourself, here in the UK they're saying you should self-isolate for 7 days. If you live with your family, then the whole family, the whole household has to self-isolate for 2 weeks, 14 days. But do you know what? By the time I put this video out, that could have changed as well. It's just absolutely bonkers the way this is going. Absolutely bonkers. Anyway, look, I'm going to just keep on riding my bike. I hope you will too. We need to keep on going here. We need to find a way to be sensible, protect ourselves, protect those vulnerable in society, take care of those who are vulnerable in society, you know, and because they can't maybe not be able to take care of themselves. And the biggest problem is going to be from the high mortality rate within those small groups, and the problems it's going to cause to the economy, which is which we're all going to be screwed on that. It's doom and gloom right now, I'm sure. Or there are lots of people out there who want to make out that it's doom and gloom. As a personal thing, for me, as an individual thing, if you're still watching this video now right at the end, I'm going to keep on carrying on regardless. If I'm fit and able, and I'm going to keep on going to work, and I'm still going to produce the videos, and I'm still going to carry on as best I can, because for me, that's what we all need to do. We can't let this get us down, and we can't let every bit of advice out there to panic us into doing stuff, or scaring us into being paralysed where we can't do anything at all. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. In the back of my mind, I keep on saying this, in the back of my mind, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong what I'm about to say, but I just hope that in a year's time they're not looking back at this and saying, we got this completely wrong, we completely overreacted, we should have handled it in a different way, we had the evidence at the time to handle it in a different way, but we chose to follow convention, follow what everybody else is doing. I don't know, there's something right. They've closed down the borders, they've closed down the flights, airlines are going out of business, and you wonder, what's the next step? What's the next step for everybody? Anyway, look, please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. I'm going to try and navigate this bend one-handed. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com and click the bell next to the subscribe button for all future videos. Right, I'm going to go to the Harley dealership for a coffee, I think. Go and give them my support. Right, toodles.
RevelatorAlf.